Conan Exiles, Pink just discovered the kitchen. I can't get in because Freddy's fat ass is blocking the fucking door. Hang on, there's a side entrance.
That happened to me
Okay.
earlier with the
Freddy,
armory.
block that door. Don't let that mongrel in here.
Oh, I see. That's your issue.
Look at this.
Well, hold on. Hang on. Give me a
All
fucking
right,
sec.
hang on. I'm
Those are
close
actually.
enough. I want to zap over there and see. Let's see.
Well,
Get over
okay,
there.
I'll put
Well,
it back then.
no. If you already did it, I'm actually kind of a walk. That's too much of a cheat. Go ahead and do what you're doing.
Soon. I am going to bet that was Soon actually, because Soon's the one that's been futzing with the oven lately because he wants to make special food for his pets. If you want to find the real food supply, Pink, it's in the back closet here.
What happened? Did Soon sabotage the area by sticking his horse in front of it?
No, Soon deposited a shit ton of rotten meat onto the stove.
Wait,
There
are you
were
sure it
like
was regular meat that
150
just happened to
pieces
get
of
rotten?
rotten meat in there.
It might have just rotted naturally.
And over here in the fridge that's not in the closet is the fridge that I intend for people to actually pull from.
Oh.
Which, honestly, now that you're, like, drawing attention to it, I really need to get this kitchen online and with some real food going. I've got the 3 transportory zones set up. That's what I intended to do today anyway, so there you go.
Is transportory a word?
It is now.
Motherfucker.
I didn't know if that's what the game called them or what. What does the game call them? What's the official name?
Transportory
Transit
stone.
Oh, it actually. Oh, okay. I thought you were just calling them that. Okay.
Oh shit!
Every time the cat meows into space, I always freak out because
I always think it's my real cat.
Similar, yeah, very similar to my actual cat.
It really does.
And it sounds so immersive, not like anything else you hear in this game. It like straight up sounds like the cat is in my ear. I'm like, what the heck?
It sounds super real and it's very good stereo dynamic. If you turn it sounds like it's right next to your head.
It's not your usual fake video game fake animal noises.
Right.
Whew, okay, I was just getting cooked by the volcano there, but I am now back. There we go.
It's weird. I think I just saw I don't remember his name. I'll find out in a second here. The God King or the Man King or whatever. This what's it?
How long has this horse been dead here?
So the moment I teleported back from the volcano, I was sad I didn't get on recording. I teleported back and saw that the summoning circle inexplicably called back a dead demonic horse. I don't know why.
It dead one? Like it came dead?
No, I guess one of us left a demonic horse somewhere out there in the wilds, and it pulled back its corpse.
I can't help having the idea of it just being summoned dead. Oops, that one went wrong.
Yeah. That doesn't seem like how you summon a demon properly, sir. Well...
Right. Yeah, fuck that one up.
You know, you wouldn't think this would happen, but you'd be wrong.
You know, there's got to be some kind of manifestation of a mistake in sorcery, and I guess that's it.
Yeah, well, you know, it's, oh, boy. There is one downside to the transportory zone. It temporarily applies, extra special corruption, which will go away on its own in a short amount of time.
Special corruption?
Yeah, but if you're, if you've already got a bunch of corruption stacked up because you're a sorcerer... See, ordinarily corruption tops out at 50%, right?
Oh, I didn't know that, actually. I thought you chose to stop it there. Oh, no, you said that before.
Yeah, it caps out at 50%. The special corruption you get from the teleporter, the transportory stones, however, does not cap. So I'm currently at 95% corruption as a result of rapid teleportation to and from, while also already being corrupted as a sorcerer. So I currently have 30 health and 10 stamina, max.
Will it stay that way? Like, if you don't get help, will it actually stay that way permanently?
No, okay, so the corruption that comes from using the transportory stones is called Taint. And Taint goes away on its own within about 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
It's just to stop people from, like, planting it. I think it's supposed to be for PvP.
Probably for abusing it.
Yeah, to stop people in PvP from dropping a transportory stone in the middle of an enemy base and then teleporting their entire team into the heart of it.
Which would be a pretty devious thing to do.
Yeah.
The developers really thought ahead on a lot of things.
Yeah. Which then implies further that some of the weird stuff like killing yourself over and over for free human meat was intentional.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of that one. That's true. Oh, before I forget, what was it again that we benefit from by handing off the legendary items before they've been used when they're still in top form? What is it we do? What are we doing?
I can reskin them if they have not been used.
Oh, right, we can reskin them. Yes. Did you, Alex? Did you? I'm sorry, Pink. Do we describe that whole thing to you? That whole process?
Uh, did not describe it to me, but he told me he could do it.
Basically, you can make any item in this game, any weapon or any armor, have the properties of any other, or you can make it, I guess, or you can make them look like any other. So if you like the look of a legendary item, you can apply like whatever. If you find a better item, you can make it look like the legendary one. That kind of thing.
All right, Pink, I got a mission for you.
Oh dear.
I need an apiary.
Need, huh?
I don't know that I ever learned how to build those. Where are they kept under?
Let me see. They should be under survival and then primitive cook. The apiarist should be one of the techs.
Oh shit! I think I might have fucked this up. I had a challenge to use a fragment of power, and I thought that meant I had to go deposit it in the archive. I did that wrong then, didn't I?
No, they just want you to eat it.
Oh, damn it! They do
What?
show the character actually literally eating it, so I guess I should have followed that.
Yeah, just it's a stone of eldritch knowledge, and your character's just like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, like, you've always kind of joked about that, but yeah, they actually really do show the person putting it in its mouth, in her mouth.
Really?
Yeah, my challenge, let me look really quick. It is, challenges specifically, oh, got a couple cool Battle Pass rewards, though. The challenge is specifically, use a fragment of power, and they show a woman, she's either eating it or drinking from it. It looks almost like she's holding a cup. She's holding something to her mouth, and her head's tilting back, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that sounds like she's eating it.
Yeah, it looks that way. I mean, again, unless it's something that's drinkable, which to my knowledge it's not, but I wouldn't have assumed it was edible either, but here you go. And it's a legendary challenge worth 150 points. I have 16 multipliers, and I went and gave them up for fucking scrolls instead. I didn't interpret that correctly.
You fool!
I kind of was, to be honest. What do these stupid-ass scrolls do? Let's see. Table leg. Kinscourge statue. That's it. I think I can already make that stuff, can't I? Or are the scrolls always things you can't already make?
So, no, they're changing it. Right now, they will happily give you scrolls for shit you already know how to make.
Damn it! So I learned how to make a table leg instead of getting a super multiplier challenge done. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
And Age of War Chapter 2 is finally changing it, where now the archive will only give you scrolls you've never learned yet. And I guess once you've learned all the scrolls, it's gonna say, well, you've learned them all, sucker. But that is going to be a huge change, because I will tell you, I dumped a shit ton of fragments of power into the archives in my single player trying to get the damn Tablet of Power recipe. And
I would imagine.
After dumping like 30 fragments of power into it and not getting the recipe, I went, oh, fuck this, and cheated the scroll in.
Yeah, understandably. I very possibly might have accidentally just cheated in a fragment of power to get that challenge done.
Yeah, that's fair.
Only because, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's a cheat, but I mean, fuck it. I didn't give myself 10. I didn't do it in advance. I had 2 of them. I misread the challenge, and I got a table leg. I mean, seriously, come on, folks. Cut me a break.
I get no respect. No respect.
I tell you, I get no respect. I can't do right.
That's actually a really good Rodney. Holy shit.
You're being generous.
That's definitely a better Rodney than I was doing. Damn.
I don't think so. I think yours is better.
No,
Yeah, good. No, he's got like a depth to his cheeks, if that makes any sense.
yeah,
He has like sort of like a guttural sound to his voice.
jowls.
Yeah, yeah. And it almost like produces like a
Richard
deep
Nixon was the
sound.
same way.
Yes, yeah, yeah. Kind of, yeah, low respect. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I got
You
no
know what
respect.
I'm talking about. They kicked me out of office. I get no respect. Now I'm just Vince. Oh, I want to see the worm.
I would have liked to have seen that cabinet meeting. Like, Namra, I want to see the worm. What does that mean? Well, I guess that's the new super weapon for Vietnam. I guess drop it on the
The
villagers.
worm.
Take this, you fucking Viet Cong bastards.
Oh no, it's the worm! Shoo! Boom! Which I guess is just a giant Scotty Too Hottie, I suppose.
Yeah.
Just joyfully doing the worm all over fucking,
Over the
I can't think of the
countryside,
province.
flattening it.
That's what I was thinking, actually, yeah. Ridiculous, but true.
This has gone far enough. We must also call in secret weapons. Grandmaster Sexay and Rikishi. The Too Cool project is complete.
Now I can see a giant Rikishi steamroll in the country, that's for sure.
You see a gigantic Rikishi bonsai drop coming in. Find the gun, shoot yourself before it happens.
Yep. Definitely. I can picture that. I think that's fair.
Oh, boy.
Hey, actually, real quick, talking about the challenges, if I have completed challenges but not claimed them, I think you said that they get lost, right, if I don't claim them?
Yeah, you gotta cash them in.
Okay, shit. I'm trying to do the math here, whether or not it would be worth doing. Actually, I guess it would, wouldn't it? Because I'm on 16 multiplier. I was thinking if I wait till tomorrow, I'll get the 20 multiplier, but, I'll just use them all.
Hey, yo, I'm back.
Hello!
Welcome back.
That was a very aggressive greeting.
Pink has only recently discovered the kitchen.
Oh, nice. I feel very thoroughly welcome, by the way.
Good, that's good.
I have put him on the mission of building an apiary so we can get get honey set
Honey.
up.
I see you got started on the treasure room a little bit.
I did not. Well, a little bit, but
There's
not
a
really.
bit of tiles. Yeah.
Yeah, kinda not really though. Let's see, savory feast. Well, back to kind of Rodney Dangerfield there.
Actually, no, it was just a stupid gag for whoever might be watching this in the future. I went and spoke to the ghost of the archivist, and he was like, "Do not be afraid, traveler." And I was like, "Ah!" And I just immediately ran from him. That was honestly, it's kind of funny when you think about it. That was just my way. Basically, I was checking to see if I had spoken to him before, which I thought I had. I was almost sure I had, but I wanted to check just in case. And since there was nothing further to get from him, I thought, well, then I'll just leave. What's a funny way to leave? Well, there you go.
So, yeah, I actually mentioned this to Mike already. I wanted to mention it to you soon. Have you bothered with depositing much into the archives?
I have like 3 recipes, I think.
Okay, because with Chapter 2, they're changing the archives.
Oh, explain.
So right now, anytime you deposit a fragment of power into the archives, it can give you any scroll, regardless of what you've already learned. It can give you a scroll.
I got a table leg just now.
Gotcha.
You can get table leg 5 times in a row, and you can't learn table leg 5 times. And there are like 60 different recipes you can learn from the archives, but it might just give you table leg 5 times in a row.
Right.
They're changing it where now if you use the archives, it will never give you anything you've already learned.
That's good.
That is
don't
very
use
good.
any relic fragments until Chapter 2.
Yeah, I will say I dumped a shitload of fragments of power into the archives trying to get the tablet of power recipe. I dumped in 30, and constantly table leg, cosmetic grinder, table leg, cosmetic grinder, table leg, table leg,
No,
table leg.
I thought I was just randomly unlucky to get such a mundane, stupid, insulting item. Apparently, the table leg is a very common thing to get from the archive.
No,
I've been
I'm
pretty lucky in
exaggerating.
that, like, I've been pretty lucky in that each time that I've done it in both my single player and this game, I've gotten different recipes so far.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm exaggerating when I say that I get table leg every time. I did not actually get table leg every
Oh,
time.
I was ready to believe you. Ghostbusters reference, but yeah.
No, it's pretty dumb, but it's not that dumb.
That's good. Yeah, one of my challenges, I made a specific trek to the archive soon so I could cash in my fragment of power because I had a challenge that it was a legend challenge for 150 points, by far the most if I use a fragment of power. And I did not realize until I took a closer look at the challenge icon, the challenge illustration. It showed very clearly a woman consuming, actually putting it in her fucking mouth, the fragment. Instead of doing that, yeah, I cashed in the fragment, I put it in the archive, and I got a table leg. And it was like, ah, fuck that. So it's very probable that I actually cheated one in for myself to complete the challenge after the fact.
The world will never know, though.
No one's ever gonna know
Yeah.
that.
It's
By
one
the
of
way,
those little
where's the
things. We'll never figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's the Shrine of the Oracle, by the way?
I have no idea. You've asked me that before, and I didn't know then, and I don't know now.
Sure sounds
okay.
cool.
Sorry, I thought you did know the last time, but
Well, maybe I knew then, and I've forgotten now. My brain, I've just taken a few too many blows to the head.
oh, great, it's in the volcano.
Oh.
Oh! Well, I did get the transportory stone set up, actually.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
So someone can teleport there then now.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, anytime you guys want to go to the savannah or the volcano, feel free to pop in. Though I will tell you for the volcano, pop the ice before you hop on the teleporter, not after, because you will start cooking immediately.
Okay,
Shit,
got
that's
it.
something to really know how to do.
Which area of the volcano does it spawn us?
I put it, like, more so in, like, kind of the heart of the obsidian mining region, but nonetheless, it shouldn't be too hard to get to Skelos from there.
Okay.
If you go in on that stone and you need to go back, say for example that you didn't think to bring ice, can you just immediately reverse? Can you just like teleport back or no?
You can go back. You can go back.
Okay, that's good. So it's not a death sentence. That'd be an unfortunate mistake to make.
Yeah. Oh, what? I just found out you can put out the torches that I put on the walls. How about that? I didn't know that.
You can put them out?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I was taking the ones that were super blinding down. Now I feel bad. I didn't know you could just deactivate them.
Yeah, that's news to me too.
You just snuff them? You just walk up and you get an option just to literally turn them off?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't remember seeing that whenever I walked up to them.
And when I snuff it out, I can see my frame rate go up.
Oh, I didn't even think about the frame rates. Holy shit. Yeah, because there's like 50 torches going on just on that upper area alone.
Oh, shit's dark.
I took a bunch down. I took like a dozen down just because, like, the ones that were like directly opposed to each other, like 5 feet away, I had to trim that back.
Yeah.
Good to know that it's advantageous. Man, you know, I hate that there's no reason anymore to be on the southern end of the map by Noob River, because it's such a pretty area.
Yeah. I do like New River a lot in terms of like how it looks.
There is,
sure.
to be fair, there's a winding river that stems from it that, of course, goes around the savannah and all that, but it's, I don't know, just Noob River, it's so tropical, so expansive, very wide, it's all shallow. Well, not all shallow, but so much of it's shallow, you just run right through it. It's very pretty. Beautiful.
To be fair, Noob River has very good access to Brimstone, and it is the only place where you can offer hearts to Hanuman.
Yeah.
Is that really that important at this point in the game, though?
The Hanuman potions are pretty solid, but on top of that, it's where you get a lot of exclusive pets and other rewards.
Yeah. Could you make one of those imps a pet? No, they don't have babies, do they?
No, but there are several animals that don't have babies that you can nonetheless get as pets. Several of them from Hanuman.
Oh, interesting. It'd be kind of funny to have a pet imp. I mean, they're worthless. You breathe at them and they die, but it would just be funny.
Well, it'd be really great to get a pet exploding imp.
Oh yeah, yeah, that would be fantastic.
Never
Just
getting
raise
that
it.
thing.
Take
Amazing.
all the care in the world to raise him up with like and
Right.
love on him, and then he just explodes.
First opportunity. First meeting with like a kudo or even just an antelope, just a standard antelope. Boom. All right. Well, that's about 3 hours of actual real life work down the drain. That's pretty good.
Oh no!
I want to try it now. Can I actually capture one? Has anyone tried it?
No, I don't think you can, but
There's no baby imps.
Yeah, nothing I've seen that looks stealable.
oh, that's just too good.
That would be funny.
I can picture it cinematically in my head.
The thing just runs forward, it just blows up, just immediately, and your character's just standing there like, well, fuck.
Yeah, like the little shoulder slump.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's my day ruined.
Like
Damn it.
a slack-jawed look of disbelief.
That or just like there's a moment in The Office, in the American Office, that I love so much. It's very subtle, like a lot of the jokes in that show are, and it's Michael Scott, obviously Steve Carell. He just got back from a vacation to, I think, Jamaica, and I think that he banged his boss there, or he got a nude picture of her, something, I can't remember what, and he's kind of celebrating himself. It's like, oh man, it was kind of a really good trip or whatever. But then somehow something goes bad for him. I think maybe because it comes out that he got a picture of his boss half naked or something like that. So his day's going bad. Like, his high is getting destroyed. He comes back from the trip and now, like, everything's going poorly for him. And later on in The Office, just like randomly, it's just like a quick little throwaway moment. He's standing around, like, overseeing some of the office workers in the back room or whatever, and one of them is operating, I think, a forklift, and they accidentally back into and like roll over his souvenir, like steel drums that he got from Jamaica, and he literally, just with just a straight face, he just kind of nods up and down like, yep, okay, yeah, that happened too. Fuck me, fuck my life.
It
Just a knowing
follows.
nod, like, okay, yeah. You're right. Well, that follows. It's just like such a sure, like, fine, just defeat me, I guess. Take everything, whatever. It's just such a good little visual facial acting.
Yeah.
Does anyone else really love that show? I liked it quite a bit. I stopped at about the time that he left.
I watched the first episode, and like it was all very deliberately underwhelming humor, which is not my style.
Fair enough. Yeah, the show is very much that. Yeah.
Yeah,
More
I kind
characters.
of had the same situation as Alex's. I watched it. It was all right. It just wasn't my style of humor. Very much so, kind of British style humor, which makes sense given it was based off of a British show.
Right. Yeah, it's as you said, it's understated. It's very character driven. It's more about the awkwardness and the misunderstandings and the expressions, the gestures,
Yeah.
the
I always thought that Parks and Rec was a much better Office than The Office.
it might be. I've never seen it yet, but I've heard nothing but good things. I
Yeah,
like Amy
Parks and-
Poehler. I used to like her a lot on the Upright Citizens Brigade. I don't know if anyone here has seen that.
She's pretty good in that. Really, once they get rid of the goof playing Mark Brendanowitz at the very beginning,
Yes.
once they get rid of that guy, it's pretty well a cast of winners from top to bottom.
Yeah. To be fair, when they originally started, the first season is very clearly just trying to be The Office. And then as
failing
it
at
gets
it.
into and not being very good at it. And then once it gets to season 2 on, it finds its own identity. And
Well,
that's
to
when
me,
it becomes
it
one
is
of the best
honestly
comedy
just as-
shows ever made.
Honest to me, like it is just as simple as is Mark on the cast. Yes? Okay, bad Parks and Rec. No? Okay,
Pretty
good
much.
Parks and Rec.
Pretty much, yeah. By the way, where's the teleporters? Just curious.
The transportory stone is behind the summoning circle.
Oh, I see. Thank you.
Yeah,
I don't know
and there
why they
should
didn't
be...
just call it transit stone.
Which transitory stone takes me to the volcano? I don't think they have names.
They do if you mouse over it, but come to think of it, I do need to rename them. Let me rename this one real quick.
They're all named transitory stone.
Can you just name them where they go
No,
to?
no, hang on, let me get in there with you. So you should see floating rocks when you're inside. Come on in.
Oh yeah, now I see. There we go.
Yeah.
West Walkway of the Devout or the East Ruins of Almeria?
Almeria
Yeah,
is
those
the
need some different names.
Yeah, I'll teleport to Almeria and I'll rename that transportory zone to the Savannah.
Oh, I forgot ice.
Yeah,
Wait,
you
I
should
am
have popped that
so
before you even
wrong.
went in.
I just like that we had that entire graphic conversation about that exact same thing. What are you, Mike? Fucking memory of an idiot. The fuck,
I forgot
dude?
to grab. Well, yeah, I forgot to grab ice, but also, why am I so corrupt?
It
You
applies
gain
taint. The
some
taint goes away in
corruption.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I walked in the lava, and it took like even with about like 3/4 of my health gone due to corruption, it still took like 15 seconds to die.
Oh wow, that's kind of crazy. It kills me instantly.
Huh. I think it's
15
because of the
seconds?
armor. I think the armor does a lot to, you know, protect you from environmental damage too.
I would have thought
I
your
think it's a
armor
little bit
would
of a mixture
increase
of
the
that.
cooking speed.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit of a mixture of that and you hacking.
Oh, clearly.
That could be.
Oh goddamn, the rapid. I forgot. Yeah, I keep using the teleporters and the transportory stones, and I end up with no stamina. I can't run. uh, the guardian with no arms, who is nonetheless trying to look combat ready.
Did we establish that what he does?
I wasn't
If
sure
he
if
just
the
headbutts?
lack of arms was just on my end or if that was universal. I'm glad to get
Yeah.
confirmation on that.
Nope, he's
Yeah.
he's disadvantaged.
I made him wrong on purpose as a joke.
There you go. You kinda did.
Hang
Man,
on.
that poor creature.
Hang on. What did you say the name was of the guy in Kung Pao?
Wimp low.
There we go. That's a better name for him.
That poor guy was just created as a joke.
He was.
He was
he's-
created as a joke from his creator. Can
his
you
existence
imagine,
is
like,
a mockery.
can you imagine meeting your god and God just saying, "Yeah, you know, I was kind of high when I made you, and you know, it's just like it was just a joke, man. I'm sorry."
That's kind of how I think a lot of kids would presumably feel if they were told that they were an accident.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Yeah.
wanted to love you and everything, but we really kind of didn't want to.
Oh, I can't teleport now. Why?
Why would you not be able to teleport?
It's not popping up the stones.
Oh,
Is it because I used it too recently?
No, it's nothing like that. If you can't see them when you look around, maybe try stepping out and stepping back in.
That's what I've been doing.
Oh. Well, it worked eventually for me. There was one time where I stepped in and there was no stones, but eventually it worked for me.
Anyway, yeah, what were you saying, Mike? I think you were in the middle of something.
I don't think. Oh no! I basically just said, you know, it would be. I would assume that most kids would feel very horrified if they heard that they were accidents. And I might have just started to say, I'm actually not sure, but I might have just started to say, well, a lot of people I've talked to said they prefer to use the term unplanned for that very reason. Sounds less harsh.
Yeah, I've heard that is the unplanned thing is usually preferred.
It's the same essential sentiment, but it obviously definitely sounds less, I guess, unintentionally malicious. You were a fucking mistake. Yeah, your existence, your entire, like, everything that you know and everything you are and ever will be I didn't want that. Like, I gave that to you, but I didn't want it. That's oof. Ouch. I mean, granted, I wouldn't assume a parent would actually really say that.
Yeah, I was about to. If
I
they're
mean, it's so
saying
many
that,
words, though.
if they're saying that, then I would assume that that would have not been a surprise, and in fact been presumably preempted by a decade of alcoholic beatings. So
I was thinking it also would have been an alcoholic saying it. Yes,
Yeah.
they seem like they'd be the type.
Okay, wow. I have literally like no health or stamina.
Because of the
Yep.
Corruption,
Because of the corruption. It's brutal.
apparently.
well,
I mean, you'll have to
instant
see it when
transportation
you,
anywhere on the map where I built these things does come with a cost.
Yeah, I guess so.
But you said it goes back after 20 seconds, though, right? Did I
No, 2
misinterpret
minutes.
that? Oh, 2
2
minutes.
minutes is brutal.
Why did I hear 20 seconds? I'm sure I just made that up.
I probably said 20 seconds for something that wasn't that. I probably said 20 seconds.
Yeah,
about-
you probably did. Something unrelated.
Yeah,
Jump on that block.
it's how sometimes the brain works. It mixes the predicate of one sentence and the subject of another.
It happens.
Oh, sweet. There's floating rocks that go down the lava that you can stand on with no damage. Just like
Yeah. Heat
Revenge
convection.
of the
Heat
Sith.
conviction is heat convection is a falsehood made by the government to trick you.
reminds me of Revenge of the Sith.
It does. Although they, to be fair, they were Jedi, and Jedi have magic, kind of. Not
Kind
enough
of.
to survive lava, I guess, depending on the
No, they have midichlorians, Mike. Get it right. Not
Yeah.
magic. Not
I-
magic for a chosen one or anything. This is real science we're talking
Real
about.
science.
I
fun
love that's
Yeah,
one of my
hard sci-fi.
hard sci-fi.
yeah.
Or are you just gonna say Pink and then I'll throw in, or Alex and then I'll throw in with what I was gonna say?
That's one of my favorite things in the whole world. When, like, what we were talking about with Kojima earlier, where a writer is suddenly ashamed of the fantastical elements and tries to give them a sci-fi explanation.
Right. That's
And
a
then-
good example.
And then the fans continue to refer to it as magic anyways. Like, you could imagine George Lucas rubbing his temples and going, "No, it's science!"
It's either that or he's, like quietly relieved that people still buy the magic explanation. Like, oh wow, I didn't
Yeah.
have to go with that excuse at all. Thank God. Although now, of course, it's ruined.
Yeah, I've always considered Star Wars to be a fantasy movie series and not sci-fi at all.
Yeah. Oh, I
That
absolutely
might
agree.
be that might be an
it's
unpopular.
sci-fi
opinion,
in terms of their spaceships, but otherwise it's closer
Yes.
to being a fantasy sci-fi western.
It's
I've
space
always,
opera.
I think I mentioned this to you guys before, but I've always considered the divide between fantasy and sci-fi to be a difference in terms of like spirituality.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Where like fantasy was basically founded by very, very religious people. Tolkien and C.S. Lewis were both very highly religious. Meanwhile, sci-fi was founded by people like Asimov and Philip K. Dick, who were hardcore atheists.
What about Frank Herbert?
Frank
Well, he
Hebert?
was just a
What about
fuckhead.
it?
Herbert.
Oh, I thought it was Hebert.
Oh, you might be right. I always thought it was Herbert. Can anyone confirm?
Confirm the
It
Herbert.
is. Oh no, it is Herbert. You were right.
Okay.
For some reason, I was thinking it was Hebert.
Ah, very close.
I think Frank Hebert. Sorry, I'm still saying it. I thought Frank
Well, you
Herbert
just
was
learned
autistic. Oh, sorry, not autistic.
You never know. Maybe.
atheistic as well.
Probably,
It's-
yes.
It's possible. I mean, he's
I would
pretty
say that was
obsessive about
probably
the
the case for
details.
most of them, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he was
probably why they're so
probably also
creative.
autistic, but yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he was atheistic. Yeah, or at the very least agnostic.
I think that without giving anything away,
He
and I
had
really
a lot
don't
of
want to,
respect
'cause-
for Islam. I know that.
yeah, he was really into the hippie.
Like culturally, he
Eastern-
loved Islam.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he was also. I mean, his whole the whole inspiration for Dune rather, was when he was like mushroom hunting over in like the Sahara or something like that.
Hmm
What like tripping mushrooms.
Yeah, I mean the whole
I'm serious.
Dune was Dune
That
very
does
much so
explain
was
Spice
supposed
very
to-
well.
But yeah, no, Doom very much so was supposed to just be a replication of like Islamic society.
Yes. And I don't want to talking about the agnostic or atheist bent. I really don't want to give away anything for what's coming up in the future of the story, but soon you'll probably know what I'm talking about when I say that there are elements of certain, like, be careful about religion, that are on the
Mhm.
horizon.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I haven't actually read the books. I
Oh,
do plan to. I picked
then
up.
I'm glad I held back. Go
I
on.
think I picked up like Dune Part 2 from a little library, but I have not. I obviously want to read the first one first, especially because from what I understand, that's the best one,
Yeah,
and it kind of
they're pretty
goes downhill
sequential.
from there.
Yes, the first one's the best. The second one I think is really good. There's a major element of subversion in the second book that I really liked. It was a very bold direction for the author to take that I respect.
Yeah,
So yeah, you'll see it when it comes. It'll unfortunately be a while, but yeah. Well,
yeah,
if you read it, it'll be soon for you.
yeah, yeah. It wasn't. Shoot. It wasn't. It's not going to be in like Dune Part 2, right?
When you say oh the movie, no
The
no.
movie, yeah.
They might hint at it. It depends, but the elements that I'm thinking of should, if they do the stories correctly, like if they follow the structure, then no, it won't be until
Okay.
the
I
the
I
film.
do know a big spoiler related to the Emperor specifically.
I think I know what you're probably referring to.
Okay, I like how, yeah. I don't want to spoil it because it's a pretty major big reveal. Um but I have heard that there's like a character, specifically there's a character in Game of Thrones who kind of was inspired by that plot point, if you know what I'm saying.
The Emperor's plot points. I'm trying to think.
Yes.
Which can you say which
Cuz
character? Would that be maybe giving too much away?
yeah, that would be giving way too much away because it's very important for that character.
I think I know what you're referring to, but I'm not 100% sure. Does it have to do with relations, character, familial, family, etc.?
No, it has
Oh, okay,
more to
because there's some
do
of that
with
that's
like
real too.
shoot. It's really
It's
hard to dance
impossible,
around
isn't it?
this.
That's fine. I'll go look up a synopsis. I'd probably know, but
Yeah.
it's I read the book. Even if I read the book all the way through, which I don't remember if I did, it literally would have been in seventh grade. So we're talking 1991.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't be able to remember that at all then.
no, I mean, especially with my memory being what it is. Most of my Dune recollections come from summaries and the David Lynch film, which was all over the place.
Yeah. From what I understand, this was revealed in like the third or fourth book, I think.
Oh, okay. Man, I feel like I might no. I'll have to go back and look at the summaries. Did you guys know that
Uh,
the Emperor is going to be played by Christopher Walken?
Oh, I think that he's a
No!
pretty good fit for that. Yeah.
That's legit. If he
That's
plays it
cool.
straight, he could be actually really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like him in roles where he's like kind of villainous. I think he plays those roles really well.
When he's villainous and not over the top. I mean, I like him over the
Yeah.
top, but he can do a really good job when he's like subtle. When
Yeah.
he's actually a really good actor. People just
No,
know him
he's
as the crazy
fantastic.
guy. Yeah.
I loved him as King Louis in the Jungle Book live action
I think I
movie.
remember you saying that. I've never seen that.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, is that with Carrie Elways?
I don't think so.
A live action. Oh, is it a new version of the Jungle Book? Because they had a
Yeah,
live
from
action
like
back.
2016.
Oh God, yeah. I'm thinking like '97 or something like that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
see.
different one.
That I don't think I knew that they made a new remake. I guess that's the string of the modern recent Disney live actions.
Oh, those
Supposedly the
toxic.
only good one, right, Soon?
Yeah, I would say I would count it as the only good one I've seen.
Yeah, I've
I
heard
don't
a lot.
want to disrupt you
No, go
guys,
ahead.
but
Oh
real
yeah,
quick,
go ahead.
I need to step out for the night.
All
Understand.
Alright.
right.
Later, man!
I'll talk to you all later.
I will see ya.
Oh,
Bye.
oh.
Alex with his. I don't even know how to describe those noises. Alex with his noises.
Alex
If
with
you
them
can't
noises.
describe them, then I have failed.
Well, they're like they almost sound like the sound a person would make if they suddenly found out that they were about to fall from a great height before they start screaming. Oh,
Yeah. Oh, oh!
oh, yeah, followed by of course 5 minutes of screaming, then death.
I'm reminded now of Mortal Kombat Deception Armageddon when you could knock people off of the stage to their death.
Yeah.
And some of the voice actors would just go, whoa, whoa, whoa. But Havoc, the voice actor for Havoc would go, oh, all the way down. Like, it would be a long, slow plummet where the camera follows him down. And the camera kind of would, like, not so much pan down and follow him. The camera would stay in the same place, but would, like, twist and pitch in place to look at him as he went down, right?
Okay.
And the camera would be at first underneath him, but then it would pitch as he falls and goes below the camera all the way to the ground. And all the way that Havoc would go all the way down, falling, hundreds and hundreds of feet, he would go, oh, man, this is gonna suck!
Really? That's
yeah.
not a joke?
Havoc was already kind of a joke character, because he was the
Oh, okay.
You remember he was the
I'm not
character that would
familiar.
heal by snapping his own neck and shit like that?
I actually do not remember that, no. Oh, was he... I think I remember what he looks like. I think. So I think I might remember the character just from appearance, at least. Never played the those middle Mortal Kombat games, though. After 4, I really ducked out.
Yeah, it wasn't a good time.
Yeah, 4 just really kind of killed my interest in the series, and by that point, Trilogy had come and gone, and it was like, bleh. And so I missed some apparently really good ones, actually.
They weren't good, they weren't quality, but they were fun in terms of being stupid.
Really? I heard, and obviously that's not to say that what I heard was, absolute correctness, but I think it was Shaolin Monks was supposed to have been, I think, like one of the better ones.
Yeah, Shaolin Monks was actually really good. Yes.
Yeah, that's only what I've heard. But yeah, there was a whole decade there. MK4 was 97, and then that was also the same year
Armageddon
as
would have been
Trilogy.
close to 2007.
It was actually 2006, I think. So yeah, it was about a solid decade there.
Yeah.
The last Mortal Kombat I played was Gold for the Dreamcast, which would have been 2000, and then it was Armageddon. So a strict 6 years.
Oof.
Yeah, so I missed about 3 games in the middle there, I think, which again was apparently on the upswing. And everyone hates Armageddon, which I guess they definitely did some things wrong. But I really
there's at the time I think that it was clumsier than Deception, which was saying something because Deception was a clumsy motherfucking game.
Ah.
But now I think people would be generally, if people are going to go back and play any 3D era game now, it's it's Armageddon.
You think so?
Yeah, because, like, Deception and Deadly Alliance, now that people can look back with hindsight, they'll say, like, no, all of those games kind of just weren't good, but there is a big degree of novelty to Armageddon having all those characters, and in terms of major fighting games and not just Mugen, like, that's still kind of unmatched in terms of sheer roster scale.
Yeah, I was very impressed with it. It was something like 50 characters, 40, something like that. A hell of a lot of characters to pick from. They all had different moves too.
If you got the Wii version, it was legitimately every playable character that had ever been in the series up to that point.
That was only true of the Wii version?
Yes, because the Wii version had both Chameleon with a C and Chameleon with a K.
Oh,
both the male
right.
Chameleon and the female Chameleon.
You did mention that.
Whereas the versions on PlayStation, GameCube, and Xbox only came with the male Chameleon.
Ah, okay. That's a pretty cool little detail. And
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo fought for that just so they could say that they had, like, the exclusive best version. Which, I mean, to be fair, technically, I guess it was true.
Nintendo makes some
of that
weird
going
choices
on
with the
back in
third
that time.
parties.
There was.
Yeah.
I said Alex?
I said there was a lot going on at that time of that.
Yeah.
Like, I remember the Godzilla games kind of had the same deal, was one of the systems had the entire roster, and then the other systems, like, had their own special monster that the other systems didn't have. It was kind of weird. And then Ultimate Alliance as well had, like, a bunch that were locked to the PlayStation 3, I think.
The Xbox
okay.
360 and the PlayStation 3, the next-gen consoles, got exclusive access to Moon Knight and Colossus.
Yeah, and Jean Grey, right?
No.
And no,
Jean Grey
Nightcrawler
was never
definitely-
playable. Jean Grey was not playable in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 in any form.
Oh, you sure?
I am 100% certain she wasn't even a DLC.
You guys talk about this, I'll be right back.
Yeah, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1, the 2 exclusive next-gen characters were Moon Knight and Colossus. And the next-gen also
So-
was the only ones that got the DLCs, which
Hold up.
added, let's see, there was a Hero DLC, which was mostly X-Men. It was Cyclops, Nightcrawler, Hawkeye, and Hulk. And the villain DLC was Magneto, Venom, Sabretooth, and
Oh shit! I found
Dr.
no.
Doom.
So I found out it was the Game Boy Advance that had Jean Grey.
Oh, yeah, well, that would have been an entirely different version.
Yeah, the Game Boy Advance version of Ultimate Alliance had Jean Grey, Namor. Yeah, Jean Grey and Namor apparently. Let's
Those
see
were
what
both
else.
very weird picks.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, that is really weird that the Game Boy had that.
Yeah, that is peculiar. Huh. I mean, admittedly, that was also, like, around the same time, that there was, like, a whole thing, like, I forget what it was, but, like, X-Men Legends 2 on the PSP had, like, a bunch of extra stuff that the PS2 version and a few others didn't get as well.
Oh, also the Gold Edition on Xbox 360 specifically had Doctor Doom and Cyclops.
Right, who were in the DLCs.
Yeah. Yeah. Moon Knight apparently also was in there. Ronin was on PSP.
Yeah, PSP got a bunch of extra versions, extra stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
keep in mind that the characters would have been lower resolution in PSP on the PSP as well.
Yeah, it was all really weird with that game that it just got so divided up between the different consoles and stuff.
Yeah.
But
That-
yeah,
that
that's
was
what
how
I
it was
mean is
back
that
then.
there was a lot of that stuff going around back then.
Yeah, that's how it was back then.
Yeah. Kind of glad we got a little bit over that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's vastly preferable that we not do that, but
Now instead of like buying exclusive characters, now companies just buy the other companies.
that's true. That's very true.
Instead of just buying the rights to the games, we'll just buy the company that makes them.
Well, hell, nowadays, like back then, it was so much the competition of the consoles that it was, oh shit, I took all that time splitting all that shit. Now it's not. Okay. Anyways, nowadays though, the consoles, like, they aren't even like, they're all kind of more or less accepting by now. Okay, we're just high grade PCs.
Basically, which is good, honestly. It's better that they are hybrid PCs. They're just affordable for what they give you.
Yeah.
Like, the PS5 is legitimately just kind of the most affordable, high-quality PC that you can get.
Yeah.
Like, I know for certain that it's definitely higher end than my PC is, and it costs about half as much.
Yeah.
Like, I could sell my PC tomorrow for twice as much as my PS5. And it's nowhere near the power of the PS5.
Yeah. I might be able to send someone. I might be about to send someone out on the most mundane quest ever.
Oh, what's that?
Wait, hang on. No, actually, I need to check something before I send anyone out on a quest. I don't want to send someone on a quest for something we've already got.
I'm
Oh, we've
sitting
already
here
got
waiting
this.
for my
Okay, never
corruption
mind.
to go away. It's been more than 2 minutes, and it's still taking a long-ass time.
Well, wait, hang on. The tank goes away with time, but does it also apply a little bit of corruption itself?
Yes.
Okay, that won't go away. Or excuse me,
Oh.
that will go away, but you need to go and that goes away, but you need to. Hang on, my brain just stopped working. You need to see an entertainer like you do with other corruption. You need to see a stripper about it.
Okay, that makes sense then. That
Good
kind of
advice
yeah,
for any
that is a
situation.
pretty big malice to that teleportation.
We just need to put a stripper at each of the teleporters.
That's actually a really good
That's true.
idea. I'll get to work on
Yeah.
that. That sounds kind of fun, to be honest. I'll go
You're
harvesting
right.
some.
Just get a ton of strippers.
Mike, you're the leading expert here. I'm sending you on an advanced mission to go catch some strippers.
You know, I wind up with strippers even when I'm not intending to. I tell you guys, when you're with a girl for 4 years and she suddenly comes home and says, I stripped tonight, that fucks you up. That's the last thing you expect your partner to come home and tell you. I mean, even,
You know, if I
I
had
cheated
started
on
to
you. No, that I expect. Not, I went and got nude buck ass in front of random strangers for money. Okay, well, that's the end of this then. Very
Wait,
suddenly.
why aren't our strippers in the treasure room doing their dancing animations?
Yeah, they should be.
I
Come
don't
on,
know
little
why, but you have.
Snizzle.
Okay, I don't know why, but you need to tell them to follow you, then walk them away a little bit, then tell them to stop following you. Whenever you initially set them to guard, they will not dance. I do not know why.
Weird.
Pink, I'm sorry, Pink. Alex, you were about to say something a second ago about the stripper thing before I interjected and becried my own
Or whatever.
actual real life experience.
No, I was just making a joke that was admittedly in pretty poor taste considering the situation.
No, it's fine. I'm over it. I bring it up as much as I do because I think it's a funny situation in hindsight. I mean, it was horrible at the time. I was deeply depressed about it. I didn't know what the hell to do with my life at that point. She was my life at that point. But now,
Yeah.
it's fine now. It's perfectly cool. Say what you're going to say.
Oh, no, I can't recall what I was going to say anyways.
Oh. You knew it was in poor taste, but you can't remember? You're just trying to spur my feelings.
No, I actually can't remember because I think what was I was then I was
You
stuck
said you were
thinking
going
about
to send me
something
on the
else.
mission to go get strippers because of my life experience, which is a perfectly fine statement. That's why I said that that I'm the guy for the job.
And to be honest, you're not the expert at catching strippers. You're the expert at catching them all. Master of human abduction.
That is
Although
true.
I actually would also like you to help me gather thralls at Asgarath. Actually, we could probably double
that's
team
right.
it.
We were talking about that. I'm very close to it, actually. In fact, I was heading north, just kind of like just blindly. I forgot that we were going to do that. The only reason I'm not further up there now is because I actually, in fact, have stopped to catch a thrall now. It's a named bearer.
Well,
I know you
those are
want
pretty
bears, but
rare.
this one's named. Yeah, otherwise I would have just killed him like you would have requested.
Yeah, those are pretty rare.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
That and you want to put your dick in her.
This one's a guy.
Oh, I found a golem.
I've only got the 2 female ones.
A boss
found
golem.
Oh yeah,
rather.
you've got both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might as well team up on Asgarath. You get the dancers and stuff, and I get the priests.
Asagarth!
Asgarath. Asgarath
Fucking
sounds better.
goddamn it.
I'm sorry. I don't care whether
I
it's
like the owl
Asarath or whatever. Asrath.
This is fucking bullshit, man.
You can take your Asrath. I don't care.
I'll reap my wrath on your ass.
That sounds a little too sexual. I'm sorry, I don't roll that way, buddy.
Reminds me
You're
of the
about
Grand
to.
Theft Auto joke where Franklin pulls in with I can't remember his dumbass old friend Lamar, and Lamar says something like yeah, that's whatever, like I'll do you next time or something like that. And Franklin's like I don't think that joke works, man.
Yeah.
By
Lamar's
the way,
like,
do you still need blood crystals?
I always need blood crystals.
Okay, here, take
Oh,
some
do
blood
you?
crystals. I got 38 of them for you.
Okay, I am currently working in the kitchen. I'm getting the food situation worked out. And I don't know why I am, because I know that anytime Pink needs to eat, he's still going to go out and just kill an animal and then eat raw meat and then go, "Ow!"
Yeah. That sounds like Pink. Because it'll expire, Alex. You don't
It
understand.
will expire.
I thought he was
I'm
always joking when he said that he was in an emergency to eat. Like when he ate that egg, he said it's only got 16 minutes. I thought he was just fucking around.
He is. It's a
Oh,
joke.
okay.
He at the same time he will rush to fucking eat it. He for it to be
I
a
mean, he
bit,
ate it
he
right
is
then and there.
dedicated to it.
Yeah.
He's very dedicated. Okay, here's the blood crystal.
Okay. Woohoo. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. I nearly fell to my... I nearly jumped to my death for no reason. Would have been funny if you had looked backwards and saw me do it, but I don't think you did.
No, I was busy setting up Storky.
Okay, because I just got lazy and didn't want to run down the rest of the staircase, so I jumped off the side and figured, oh, I'll latch onto the side of the staircase, it'll be fine. And I nearly missed it.
You're too much of a sorcerer to be a ninja, a skilled, accurate ninja.
That's kind of accurate, because once you get the double jump from the agility tree at the end of the agility tree, you can do some dumb bullshit.
You know, I've never seen that in use yet. I was kind of compelled to get that perk. It could definitely be practical.
Alright, I am heading to Asrath.
Alright.
The double jump can't be used after you've fallen for a certain amount of time. Like, I don't know, if you've fallen for like over 5 seconds or something. Well, no, it's not that generous. But
It's probably got to be on the uprise, I would think.
Nope.
No?
Nope. You can fall several dozen feet and then double jump right before you hit the ground, and suddenly fall damage won't work if you double jump right before you hit the ground.
Oh, that's pretty fucking useful. Yeah.
You stop the momentum.
Mm-hmm.
You actually do. Your character propels himself directly up in the sky and stops it.
You know, when I was a little kid, and I mean a little kid, we're talking like 5, when I would see a Looney Tunes cartoon of a character like, let's say, I don't know what the example would be, but let's say like Sylvester is jumping rope and like someone throws a nail under his foot or something, and he's like, oh shit, and he avoids the nail by holding the rope like up taut under his feet to such an extent that he floats above the air. And as a kid, I didn't understand. Well, how come you can't really do that? Your feet are being lifted. You know, like I was thinking beyond the logic. You know, like my kid brain wasn't comprehending correctly. Well, surely if you're being lifted, even if it's by yourself, your feet are still being lifted off the ground. Why wouldn't that work? You know, obviously I figured it out pretty soon after that. But there was a time where that bugged me. You know, speaking of. No, you go ahead.
I actually, all I was going to say pretty well consisted of me saying in an advanced way, I have nothing to say. So actually, it's good that you were about to say something, and unfortunate that you respected me.
Yeah, next time I'll just plow right over you. Alex, shut up. Anyway, blah, 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 blah.
Exactly. Pull it soon.
Learn the lesson that Soon learned a long time ago.
Well, at least Soon doesn't say shut up. He just has a habit of definitely making sure that he gets his thoughts in, which is fine. You know, whatever. It is what it is.
To be honest, it's a bad habit. I learned it because of the fact that I worked in a call center doing sales, and basically my strategy was that I had to like get through the calls as soon as possible and finish up the sale as quick as possible so that I could, you know, get more people throughout the day. And so I would just kind of talk over people to get through it.
That actually does make a lot of sense. No, I mean, it's rude, but it makes sense.
It is rude, but hey, it worked for me.
Right.
Like, it's not like I won any points, but I did get the most sales off of the team. So, you know, I was just very efficient. And
yeah.
It's logical.
And yeah, it was a bad habit that I picked up. I used to not do it as much. And I do apologize if I talk over to you. I don't mean to.
Yeah, it's ultimately something that I'm just learning to deal with. But like, you're not the only person I know who does it. My sister's awful about it. And the difference is, like, when I call you on it, you're like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't mean to do this.
Right.
Whereas if my sister gets called on it, her response is pretty well, fuck you, I've got something to say.
Oh yeah, no, I know that I do it, and I don't want to do it. It's just, you know, it's something I have to work on.
Well, that's how it is with me and interrupting people. With me, my biggest flaw by far, in terms of, you know, unintentional, you know, whatever, I guess, inappropriate things, I guess, for lack of a better term, is constantly jumping in with my thoughts. That's a result, I think, of my anxiety issues. My mind is always going really fast, and like, I'm always just wanting to talk to keep up with my thoughts. And it's bad. It's not.
That's also, I think it's also because I do have ADHD, is that, like, if I don't say something when I'm thinking it, I will forget it.
Yeah, that happens to me as well. I didn't know you were ADHD.
It's probably the same thing, yeah.
See, I was diagnosed when I was a kid, when I was 13, but then since then it was doubted. It was like, oh no, actually turns out you have GAD, which is kind of a lot worse. And I was like, oh shit, that's a bummer. But now they're like, actually, I think you still actually do have ADHD as well.
You probably do. You seem very much like you have ADHD.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, it actually really does. When they started talking about the There's a lot
Because
of
we both,
comorbidity.
yeah, we both kind of like jump from one thing to another very quickly.
Hmm.
And I know Alex, for example, in a lot of my conversations with him, he tends to get lost because I'm jumping from one topic to the next so quickly.
Yeah, it happens.
I
That was
don't recall that, actually.
the jumping, or are you being uncomfortable with it?
Yeah, I've never noticed the soon. I've never noticed you having like particularly jumping on topics.
Oh, I know I do it a lot. I've been called out on it quite a few times before. I've gotten the sense that you've kind of gotten lost from me jumping from one thing to the other, but maybe I was wrong.
I think that you
I
sometimes bring
I
up
I honestly
interruptions.
have no. I'm not saying this to flatter anyone. I have no recollection of you ever like going like from topic to topic to topic, and me just going like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. No, that's never happened.
Yeah, I have to
Oh
agree
no,
with
not
Alex.
like that. Just like trying to bring it back to whatever we were talking about originally.
Like you
Kind
move
of.
on too quickly, not
Yeah,
necessarily that
like
you jump.
I move on from one topic to another way too quickly, and most of my conversations tend to just be very jumpy.
Hmm.
No, the
Okay.
only thing I can recall like noticing is an odd thing you do in terms of topics is, well, excuse me, it's not odd. It's actually what most people do, and I'm certainly guilty of it myself. Hey, let's talk about The Wire. Is that whenever there's something you're really interested in, you tend to turn the topic back towards it, which, like I
Hmm.
said, we're all guilty of. Hey, let's talk about The Wire,
Yeah. Yeah.
which I intend on shutting up about.
No, I have
Oh,
no
it
problem with
doesn't bother it doesn't bother me at all. I don't think it
that. No,
bothers Mike.
Yeah,
I
it
just
doesn't
no,
bother
maybe
you
said
guys, but
because
like I can smell it in the air that I'm almost going
no.
to get to the point where it will bother. You know?
no.
Yeah,
It really
you're
doesn't bother me.
enthusiastic about something that is by all rights seems to be excellent. So I've got no
Yeah,
real problem with
exactly.
that.
Like
You're
Yeah,
I've
enthusiastic.
done the exact same thing before about shows that I've liked. For example, Arcane and Dragon Prince, you
yeah.
know? Or Invincible. Yeah, it really doesn't bother me.
I remember when I talked about Drive a lot and how I mean I discovered it late. It was like 2011, and that movie was
Uh-huh.
like several years old, I think, by that point. And I remember Alex, you were like, "Well, man, I've heard a lot of people talking about this movie being good. It's kind of dull at this point." I mean, you didn't say quite that way, but you kind of expressed the sentiment. But that was less about me talking about it, more that everyone had said the same things because it's beloved,
I'm
apparently.
gonna go back in time and kick my ass.
Drive is a
No,
great
no, no.
movie.
Yeah, I thought
It really
Drive.
is. No, you're the reason that I watched that movie, and I did adore it. It was very
Yeah,
good.
it's such a simple premise, but it's done with so much character. I think it's just a perfect movie. I walked away so happy to have seen it.
Yeah, no, it really is a good movie. And that's
I'm
the
glad
kind
that
of
you
thing,
watched
like I
it.
do like it when people talk about stuff that they really are into because it does, cause me to watch it. And sometimes I don't like it, but other times I really do like it.
I'm
Yeah,
glad you did watch that one. I didn't know that you'd not seen it until after I had mentioned it. That's cool.
I suppose like people can have different ways of like looking at this, and like partly you just get trained to do this based off what people you interact with. But like I know that like I'm generally speaking not a person who experiences overexposure very easily. It's difficult for me to get overexposed. I will sometimes. There are things where I will be sick of seeing a certain take. Be sick of seeing people talk about a certain movie, and I'll go, "Oh, for fuck's sakes, can we just move on?" But
Yeah, you
like,
have
We've
been
all
doing
got our
that
limits.
quite a lot lately, I've noticed, with
yes, I
some
am
of our
sick to death of
conversation
all the
topics.
fucking talking points used by the people who don't like Total War, and I think I've made that
Yeah.
pretty obvious. But like, well, that one's also pure. That one's also in large part a personal thing of I fucking adore Total War, Warhammer, and I think it is a game that is highly underrated by the community that has now been built around shitting on it. But no, I won't get into that because I have already talked way too much about it while we were playing Conan, like the last couple sessions, anyways. But
Yeah.
like, generally speaking, like I'm not as prone to the overexposure of like you guys are both like if there's a video game or movie that people in the news just won't shut the fuck up about, people on YouTube and Reddit comments just won't shut the fuck up about. It can
Yeah,
ruin the game
I
or
was
movie
actually
for you.
I was eating just now, but had I not had a full mouth, I would have actually offered myself as an example because I remember when Inglorious Bastards was being pimped on Adult Swim, literally every commercial bumper. It was like, okay, I get it. Brad Pitt talks about killing Nazis. I got it. I'm done with it. And the movie hadn't even fucking come out yet. And it was like, I
Yeah,
don't want to hear about this anymore. I'm just fucking sick of hearing the term.
Yeah.
Never watched it. Never watched it yet.
And like for instance, like for me, it's almost like I get it a little mixed up because oh, I think the game just crashed. It did. All right.
Oh,
Well, that's the end of this
no.
recording.
No,
See you later, folks.